not going to give it all away. You wouldn't want that anyway.
What? A sneak peek, a taste or something?
I mean, I think that you should all call Beyonce together.
Right.
Here. Yes. Silk button down. Or is it velvet? It's velvet, I'm sorry.
It's like fake cheap velvet, but we
It's
like it.
fab.
Oh, thank you, Mother. Oh, I stand up. Sorry, I didn't stand up. First of all, the album, Mother. Oh my God. Incredible. Obviously, we all love Die With a Smile on that album, an incredible collaboration. I would love to know, what is a dream collaboration of yours? If you'd choose anyone, living or dead, to collaborate with, who would it be?
Oh, wow. I think it would have been John Lennon. Yeah. I think that, you know, he had such a beautiful heart, and I think that's one of my favorite things in like the history of music is when you don't just remember an artist for their music, but you remember them for their heart. So I think I would. Well, I mean, and I have the peace sign tattoo. So and that this peace sign was right outside 72nd Street by the Dakota where he was sadly taken from the world. But that peace sign was there every day. Yoko would put flowers outside. And I got this tattoo because of that. I never forgot what he stood for. And it's what I stand for, too. The hat.
Hi, Gaga.
Hi.
My name is Roy.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
That goes without saying. So in Abracadabra, you say, don't waste time on a feeling. Use your passion, no return. How does it feel to know that all the passion that you have put into the New York City nightlife has been shaped by that passion of yours? I cannot imagine going out in Manhattan or Brooklyn without hearing Gaga at any bar. And if I don't hear Gaga, then I'm getting out of that bar.
I mean, New York completely shaped who I am as an artist. And I didn't want to leave New York when it was time to go to college because I felt like I hadn't seen it all yet. And I've been talking about this a lot recently, but being on the Lower East Side, especially with Lady Starlight.
Yes, shout out!
An amazing musician. That time was so special because I had this community, and I was living in this area basically where everyone was a musician or a writer or a photographer or a dancer or a club promoter, a bartender. It's like working in the arts and in nightlife, and we all supported each other. And I would never have created my stage performances and my persona had that community not existed. And so it means a lot for my music to still play in New York. And just to see you all here so vibrantly, like that time, it makes me feel like it's still alive in you. And
It's very alive in all of us.
It's really like a total privilege. And I feel like that time taught me so much, it's like community is everything. And like the further away I got from that community, the harder it was for me to like maintain my center of gravity. But I will say I went back recently and it was really, really special.
Yeah. Palms up forever, Gaga. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Gaga, I have a couple from Global. Bryce asks, what was the first song written for Mayhem, and what was the last song written for Mayhem?
Okay. The first song written for Mayhem was Vanish Into You. That was track 5, I think. Track 5. It is, thank you. And the last was Die With a Smile. So like the album like ended in a happy place, but it started out like in this kind of, it's interesting. They're kind of both apocalyptic love songs, but one is just way less hopeful. In Vanish Into You, I imagine that I'm just want to disappear into the person that I love the most. And Die With a Smile, there's this like sense of peace. And I really wanted Mayhem to end. Like I wanted to know that for myself too. And I really did find that. I think that like we can all bear a kind of personal chaos in our lives and then find a sense of peace and stability. And I'm really, really happy that I did, but that I get to put all the instability into my artwork.
Choose whoever you want.
Yes, in the front row with leather.
I'm too nervous to stand, so I'm going to sit down. You have changed my life. I know that everyone says that to you, but I have never been able to say it to you directly, so I just want to say thank you.
You've changed mine.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. My question, sorry. My question is, there's a lot of lore about your demos or unreleased songs and rumors of it. Did you revisit any of those for Mayhem, or do you close the chapter in the era in which you wrote it and let them rest?
You know, I think at one point I was feeling anxious and I like drudged up some demos and I just listened to them and then threw them out. I know it might sound like cold, but each one of my albums is a like piece of music that I like conceive of from start to finish, and it's a moment in time and in my life that's like very special. And whenever I say to myself, oh, there's that song like that, you know, I'm gonna put that out. Whenever that happens, it just like never really comes to fruition because it never really belongs. So yeah, so yes and no. Yes and no, I threw it out. It was Frankenstein.
Yes, that's
Yeah, okay.
I didn't want to name names, but
I don't want to name names, but it was him. Oh, wow.
Can you see in the back? Gaga?
Leopard, please. Oh, you know what?
You're good.
Sorry.
Whatever. Hey, you're Mother Monster. You do what you want.
Hi, Gaga.
Hi.
I'm Haley.
Hi.
I wanted to ask you for Mayhem, what was your favorite song once it was finished, and what was your favorite song to create?
Okay. I think my favorite song once it was finished was Blade of Grass. I think one of my favorite things about making that song was working with like everyone all at once on it, and it representing something so special. It's about when Michael proposed to me, and he long before he did propose said, we were in the backyard, and he said, if I propose to you one day, what am I supposed to do? And I said, you can just get a blade of grass from the backyard and wrap it around my finger. And he did actually propose to me with these green bands. He also gave me my ring. You've seen it. it was a very special moment, and I started writing that song at home with him, brought it into the studio, and Gus Stoffelstein was there, and he was talking to me a lot about wanting to make a very classic record, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Sometimes I'll meet people or work with artists, and you meet people and they say like, we really want it to be Gaga, whatever, and I don't even fully know what that means, and I feel like I sort of did that to Gus Stoffelstein. We need to do like a dance, I was kind of trying to egg him on, and he sort of looked at me like, can we just do something original? And then we all did, and it was really it's special because every time I hear it, Michael and I, when we did the bridge together, I said, I'll give you something, and it's no diamond ring, and he said, the air that I'm breathing. When I hear that song, it represents this special time in my life, but also just to explain my backyard and those blades of grass was also the place that I saw my friend Sonia get married, and then later she'd be 2 months passed away. There was so much loss in that backyard in my life. Those places in your life where you just it's maybe your happy place but also your sad place. So that song, that's what Mayhem is to me, so it's a very special song to me. And then my favorite song when it was to make
Yes.
was Killa. Yeah. It's another record with Gus Stoffelstein, really, really an industrial funk song. The only live instrument on that record is the guitar. And my voice.
The best instrument.
Okay. Jessica asks, how did Mayhem come together? And what inspired the return to dark pop?
How did Mayhem come together? Over many months of a lot of hard work in the studio. How did I return to dark pop? I think I learned a lot about not being dark while I was making the music. And there's something kind of method about the way I make my records, and I've kind of become characters and through the music, and I still do that, but I've learned how to not let it completely take me over. And so I would say I returned to it because it felt safe to. And maybe that's why I didn't for a really long time, because it felt maybe too much. Which was hard, because I knew you really wanted that. So I'm sorry, but also it was too hard. But we're okay now. Bring it on. Why don't you choose?
I'll choose. Really, Gaga? You
Yeah, choose.
Way in the back, 2 mustaches. Love. Hey, girl, that's Lady Gaga. Isn't that so
I'm
up?
nervous too. Do you see how nervous I am to talk to you? I'm so nervous. Hi.
Hi, Gaga. I'm
Hi.
Rob. One of my favorite eras of yours is the Tony Bennett era. And I feel like something changed in you and that you grew. And so I wonder if there was something that he taught you that you bring with you into the way you make music now.
Definitely. I mean, anytime I think that any artist is lucky to work with somebody is full of artistry as Tony takes something strong with you. And Tony used to always say to me, stick with quality, kid. I thought that was really smart. He was kind of trying to tell me that no matter what anybody says or what you feel pressured to do, that you just should make great music. And when I went into the studio and I made Mayhem, I was just so focused on making the best possible record, the best possible music. So it definitely stayed with me. Tony kind of reminds me to drown out the noise, can get noisy. Noise isn't music. Only sometimes, if I want it to be. No,
Whoever you
I
want.
You to do it.
Let's go. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Right here, red hair.
First of all, the album is so It is. I forgot we're on Spotify. I'm sorry. I work in drag. It's a compliment.
I would thank you.
You're welcome. So you talked about community, and through your music, I found the drag community, and I've now had the blessing of a drag career for about going on 10 years. Thank you. Thank you. You're a huge inspiration to drag artists everywhere. And whenever I listen to your music and I'm on, long car rides, I find myself going, okay, if I was going to perform this song, I would do this and it would look like this. And this is what it would be. When you have a new album out and you find yourself staring down the barrel of things like a tour or performances on TV or whatever your version of a drag number would be, which is just kind of what you do anyways, do you ever do the same thing? Do you listen to your own music and go, okay, this would be fierce, that would be cool? Like, how do you conceptualize the numbers?
100%. Yes. And actually, when I'm writing songs, I have total visions. And when I made this album, I had all these gothic dreams, but while I was awake, and there were all these dark, just visions. And each one of them, I'm trying to bring to life in its own way. Like Abracadabra was its own gothic dream, and it came to life in the video. And I think that those visions are really powerful and they're important because it's your artistic intuition and it's meant to be followed. Whenever I don't follow that, I'm like, why didn't you? It's almost like I let it go.
What could have been?
What could have been, exactly. So absolutely, it comes out in tour, it comes out in videos, it comes out in personal style. Those dreams are really, I think that's a through line to some of my earlier records too, is Gothic Dreams, and that was how I found Mayhem, I think, I realized that. Right here. Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Okay, so I wanted to start out by saying that I'm a heavy supporter of you. I'm 19 years old. I've been listening to you since I was 5. I remember when my mom told me I was literally listening to Telephone with my T-shirt and her heels on. And so I wanted to say, as you being, a big celebrity, you have a lot of haters and you don't let that phase you. You still do you and you still make your music and you strive in it and you do your big one all the time. So I wanted to ask you, what's the inspirational speech you can give to the new generation?
You just gotta do you, and all you can do is your best.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm fangirling too bad. I love you, but...
I love you too. I love you. I love you too. All any of us, to me, this is just what I believe. I'm not really an authority on anything, but this is what I believe. I think we're all trying our best, and that's all we can do. And sometimes people aren't going to like it, and that's life. And that's a quote from a song I sang in Joker. You have to be willing to die on the sword with your work too, I think. I stand by everything I think that I've made, and things that I don't stand by, I know when I'm wrong, or I can adjust myself and learn. It's okay to make mistakes too. I think that we, for ourselves, have to be the inventor and the conductor of our own symphony of our life. And it's my music, So it's when it's all over, when it's all over, it's yours. So I wouldn't leave yourself behind. That's what I'm saying. I think it's okay to make things for other people. I do that. I love making things for you, but I try not to leave myself behind because I I wouldn't want you to leave yourself behind. So it's like the spirit of it is being authentic, no matter what. And also love. If your love was there, it's like those, like it's okay.
Thank you so much. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is so fun. Why did we not do this forever ago? Okay, the sparkles.
Okay, Queen of Pop, everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna abuse my BFA a little bit here. A few years ago, you did a interview with Lin-Manuel, and you expressed interest in maybe wanting to do Broadway. And you know, I, as a theater queen, obsessed with your performance on the Oscars. The Sound of Music tribute was one of my highlights of your career. And I just want to know, like, is that something that you still would love to do? You're so theatrically inclined, and you really bring your artistry to life when you perform, and I just would die to have you on Broadway. And do you have a dream role? Because I have a list. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. I have to plant the seed. I have to plant the seed. Yeah.
Not the list.
Oh my God. We'll start with Blanche in Streetcar. A play first. It's unexpected. That's how you get the Tony.
BFA. BFA.
And then The Witch in Into the Woods. And then Dolly. And Hello, Dolly.
I can't believe you said Blanche. That's
Oh my God. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
okay. So, first of all, thanks for your list. Bless you that you
Anytime.
have one.
Oh.
You made it. You came with it.
Oh, I was ready.
Yeah.
I've been ready.
I think that I would really love to write a musical. And I feel like that would bring me like so much joy to work with like some amazing writers. But I think the first thing that needs to happen is I need to figure out what the important story is that I want to tell with whoever I want to tell it with. While I appreciate the desire for me to win a Tony,
EGOT.
I thank you. I just feel like it's like I would want to put like years of work into that. And then, oh my God, it shows a week. I mean, they are rock
You could do
stars.
6.
Rock stars. That is rock star shit.
I got the contract. We'll do 6. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Then they'll say I did 6. They'll say she only did 6.
Patti LuPone did it, and Evita. It's okay.
No.
Thank you. Love you. Thank
I
you
love
so
you
much.
too.
Thank you.
Gaga, don't be mad at me. We only have time for 2 more questions. So we're going to do one from the audience and then one online. Don't be mad.
Oh, now it's both of you.
I just need to say, love you since day one. My question is, what did you whisper to Ariana Grande during the 2020 VMAs during Rain on Me? I watched that performance all the time. I just watched it today at work. And I was like, what did she say?
I don't know.
We're not leaving.
Okay. Here's what I will say. I truly do not recall.
I believe you.
It was probably something very, very silly because we're very silly when we're together. How about this? I will watch it back and I will write you an apology.
You don't need an apology.
And I will try to remember. I'm going to ask her. She might remember.
It was that really high note. But love you so much.
Right behind there, yes.
Hi, Gaga.
Couldn't say no to this.
My name is Nick Gaga.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you. For everyone who doesn't know me, I'm her premier impersonator.
I mean, you should be up here.
Absolutely not. I'm here to listen to you and the album, which is obviously a killer.
Thank you.
The first time that I met you was back in 2012 when you visited Russia with the Born This Way Bowl. And you brought me on stage and then we chatted backstage. That was the first time. So my question is very simple and very short. What was your favorite tour? And when are we getting Mayhem tour?
Okay. My favorite. I don't know. It's okay. I know, but they're okay. But when I did the Fame Ball, it was the first time I ever saw you. I know that the Fame Ball was probably, it was the most inexpensive tour. It was like the low budget tour. It was my early tour. But that was when I like met Little Monsters for the first time. And then the Monster Ball happened and everything. So I would have to say the Fame Ball, I think, because it was such a different grind. I was on a bus. I did like...
You were where?
Yes. Yes. No, I lived on a bus. And I did 3 shows a night. I'm serious. 3 shows. I would open for New Kids on the Block or the Pussycat Dolls. And then I would play 3 clubs. And then that turned into theater. I probably got this wrong because it's like a blur. But anyway, thank you for all the tours that you've supported and come to. They've all been important to me. The Art Rave was also really special. The reason the Art Rave was so special was because that album was so criticized. And
Justice for art pop always.
But Little Monsters showed up for the Art Rave as if everything was, a Monday morning.
I was there, yeah.
It was, but that's like, thank you. And there will probably be something soon.
Can't wait to replicate all of it. Thank you, Gaga. Love you.
You always come with those questions. It's like, really, it's like we've never left, guys.
Gaga,
Yes.
you brought up the Art Rave.
Yes.
And like 10,000 people asked.
10,000?
So many people asked. It's actually scary. Can we talk about Art Pop Act 2?
Now this feels like a courtroom.
It is. This is a trap.
Okay. Okay. So when I make my records, there is a reason that songs are left off. And it's because some simply are not good enough for you. And I'm not saying that it's a never, but I am saying that I'm not gonna take all my demos that I specifically left off the record and just chuck them on an album and put the number 2 on it. No!
Do it tonight. Stop it right now, Gaga, you're doing it.
No. Okay, but I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that it's, it's not gonna happen like that. I would just wanna go in and I feel like it would have to be reactionary too to what so much happened when we dropped that record, as a community. So I feel like we would have to kind of respond to that with the music, which is maybe some of what's on Mayhem. So I would have to I would have to. I mean, that was my EDM opus. That record. So, but it would have. I would have to I'd have to get back in that headspace and complete it. So, oh.
Lady Starlight's playing at basement on
Oh. I mean, that is an excellent idea.
Gaga, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for playing Mayhem. And thank you, Little Monsters. You guys are the best, truly.